A few weeks ago, I was invited to the Danish premiere of the brand new Zeekr 7 GT, just 4 days after its official launch at the Brussels Motor Show. At the event, I also had a chat with Zeekr's head of digital design about the company's philosophy regarding software design and the overall user experience. Let's start with Zeekr itself. They're owned by the Chinese Geely Group, so it is a Chinese electric car, just like Polestar, Volvo and Lotus. Yes, the latter two are actually also owned by the Geely Group. And like Polestar and Volvo, Zeekr is also designed and developed at the company's design studio in Gothenburg in Sweden. Their head of digital design? Well, he's also Swedish, and his name is Simon Adilson. We'll get back to the interview with him in a bit, because today's primary focus was, of course, on the new Zeekr 7 GT, a grand touring version of the Zeekr 7X. This means the focus has been on driving pleasure, on how the car feels, and how you as a driver experience the car, while also trying to maintain some of the practical features that have made the 7X popular. Design-wise, the car is lower than the 7X, so it has a sportier look, and the lower center of gravity and balanced weight distribution also contribute, according to Zeekr, to a more direct and engaging contact with the road. That wasn't something we could test, because the 7 GT we saw was one of only 3 pre-production models that have come to Europe in connection with the launch. If you order a Zeekr 7 GT, it won't arrive until this summer, and it's only after that that I expect to have the opportunity to test it. So I'll probably test drive the 7X before then. The cabin in the car is really nice, especially with the two-tone interior that was in the car we saw. However, it's only available in the top-of-the-line privilege model as a paid add-on. So just be aware of that. But everything feels really premium, and there are nice design details, like the line from the rear door armrest continuing a bit into the car. There's a quite impressive sound system, and as we've seen in other Chinese cars, no expense has been spared on quality when it comes to the rear seat passengers. It's super nice in the back of the car too, something that certain European manufacturers could learn a bit from. There's a large center screen and physical buttons to control some of the car's functions, both on the steering wheel and under the screen, just like in the 7X. All models, except the cheapest one, called Core, also have a heads-up display of a full 35.5 inches, which can show a selection of information such as navigation maps and directions, current speed limits, and traffic signs. But what surprises the most is probably the price. It starts at only 324,900 Danish kroner for the cheapest model. The one called Core, it has a range of 519 kilometers. An acceleration from 0 to 60 in just 5.3 seconds, and it can charge from 10 to 80% in just 13 minutes. The next size up is the long-range model for 379,900. Here, the range is increased to 655 kilometers. The acceleration is the same, but the charging time from 10 to 80% is 16 minutes due to the larger battery. Both models also come with 19-inch alloy wheels. The long-range version then also adds the aforementioned heads-up display, leather seats, and something they call a sensory package, though I can't immediately see what that covers. If you choose the top-of-the-line privilege model, you'll have to shell out 440,000 kroner. But then you also get air suspension, acceleration from 0 to 60 in just 3.3 seconds. The same 16-minute charging time as the long-range version, but a slightly shorter range of 558 kilometers. Because the car now has all-wheel drive and more horsepower than the 2 previous models, which both have rear-wheel drive. You also get 20-inch alloy wheels as standard and electric doors that can open and close on their own. Both the long-range and privilege models also come in a special launch edition, where you get up to 19,000 kroner worth of extra equipment included in the price if you're among the first to order. And that's pretty much everything I can tell you about the Zeekr 7 GT at this point in time. But as I said at the beginning, I also had the opportunity for an interview with Zeekr's head of digital design, or what they call HMI, Human-Machine Interface. That is the overall software experience between driver and passengers and the car's various functions. So let's switch over to our on-site reporter. So I'm here with Simon Adilson, who is the head of
digital or HMI design.
HMI design for Zeekr, and you're based out of Gothenburg,
yes,
in Sweden?
Exactly.
Yeah. Could you tell a little bit about the philosophy when you develop software for the Zeekr platform?
Yeah, of course. I mean, here we have the 7 GT, which is our 4th car here in Europe. And when it comes to our HMI platform, this is something that we do a global platform. It's not only for Europe and it's not only for China. And we do this together with our in-house development. We start off doing the concept of the HMI, like the base platform and everything. And then we add the features and combine the features and try to do as a good UX as possible.
Yeah. So it's the same software that's used across all the different cars.
Yes.
Adapted for the
I mean,
specific car.
It's a platform. So for instance, we have the 7 GT and the 7X that we have here as well. It's based on the same chipset. So it's 8295.
Yeah.
Which then, of course, I mean, features and functions we could develop for both of the cars.
Yeah.
And we could continuously develop those after like the car is delivered as well.
Yeah. So the base platform is a common platform, and then you expand it for each of the cars.
Yeah.
And what in terms of updates, that's something that not all manufacturers, specifically traditional car manufacturers, they're not that good at updating their software. I mean, we used to, when we get our phone, it gets better every year.
Yes.
Until
it's not.
Until you need to buy a new one because it's too slow. But I mean, it still takes some time. What's your philosophy around that?
No, but of course we need to. I mean, especially, I mean, when we come with the cars like this, we need to get out the car as fast as possible because, I mean, the market changes and there's a lot of things happening. And there is a lot of needs that is being developed when you have the car as well. So what we have in Europe especially is something where we actually listen to the customers, so we could go in and propose ideas for the softwares, and that's something that you could vote upon other ideas as well. So we actually get traction and get new ideas in, and that's actually a co-creation with our customers. So this is something we need to add on top of the software. We need to fix, I mean, there could be issues and everything. So we have, I mean, for this car, I mean, when we launch it in July, we will have a new update from the one that we have here. And of course, I mean, it's something that we do continuously.
Yeah, because I heard in the presentation that you're also developing with Europe in mind. I mean, you're based in Gothenburg, of course. You're Swedish, if people can't hear it, but we're talking English to make everything simple. So you're developing also the cars and also the software, I guess, from for the European market, with the European market in mind. Because I know that what we've seen in some Chinese cars is that they, at least initially, they're getting better, but initially when they launched, some of them were like a lot of bleeps and boops and very clearly targeted towards the Chinese market, and they quickly found out they had to adapt, and some do it faster than others. But you were actually based in Europe for your design house and all your development.
But to be completely honest, I mean, we've been there as well. I mean, the first car that we launched, I mean, a lot of the software that came here, I mean, we were part of doing the development. But then, of course, it's a Chinese-based software. And when it comes to the regulations in Europe, you have a lot of the sounds were not really tuned for for our European customers. And this is something that you have to continuously improve. So I mean, with the 7X and 7 GT, I think we are in a very good place. And of course, I mean, I'm very proud. I was driving this one a lot last year. We did some commercial videos for China, where we actually drive this car up to Kiruna in Sweden, and we're placing it under the northern lights and everything.
Very nice.
It was a great experience driving with the car, because that's usually, I mean, what we do in the design house. I mean, we need to be there and try and feel and see how everything works when it comes to physical buttons or also the software. I mean, we need to try it out for real.
Because you can only do so much on the drawing board. You have to get it out in the real world, and then you figure out stuff.
That's where you learn. That's where you learn.
I saw in the video presentation we saw earlier that you also have an in-house sound designer. I used to work in the music business, in a music shop. Didn't make music, well, as myself for fun. So I was thought that was quite cool that you actually have a guy doing the sound design for the cars, and also music for your commercials, I guess.
Exactly. So Jonathan is working both with us in the HMI team, but also with the brand team when it comes to those kind of commercial marketing material. But when it comes to into the car, I mean, that's something that we work more and more with, and I think that's something that hasn't been part of the UX before.
No.
It has been very like the UX, it's very digital and it's very what you see on the screen. But to create a great experience, I think we have to go both physical, digital and sound and also smell or scent. That's something that, I mean...
saw that, and I think that's a little bit funny, but I don't know how it works. I haven't tried it out. Do you know anything about that? Can you say anything about that? Because to me it sounds a little bit Chinese, weird smell.
And it's... It is a Chinese feature,
Yeah.
and I have it also on. I drive a 001.
Yeah.
And they have attached it to several different functions in the car, like when you are getting tired, for instance, you see it with the cameras. You get a little bit of fresh citrus stuff.
So to wake you up.
Yeah, exactly. So it's turned down the temperature and gives it a little bit of a fresh citrus smell in the car, which is something that, I mean, to be honest, it actually works.
Okay, yeah, I guess, I mean, it sounds still a little gimmicky when you're not used to it, but I mean, I guess you have to experience it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I agree with you that sound design is a part of the experience also, because these cars are more and more digital.
Yeah.
And of course, and there's, now you have added more physical buttons, which is great. We love that. But also when you use the screen, the tactile feeling, sound can help in conveying different things, and also
definitely.
how it also conveys, I guess, that how the car feels. If the blinker sound sounds cheap or luxurious, I mean, so it's interesting to hear that you actually have a guy working on that.
Yep. So this is something as well. I mean, the experience of the car, it's not only in the car. I mean, also we have AVA speakers.
Oh yeah,
outside.
yeah, of course.
So it's something that when you enter to the car, I mean, it's all the things together, and when you step into the car, you have this welcoming sound.
Yeah.
So you have to create experience like full circle. Can't only focus on one thing, which I think in the past we have been very good at. Like, okay, now I'm doing this, or this function should do this. But I think what we see with the future is that we need to combine and actually create this experience all through.
Yeah.
So it's
so that's something that you're working on for the future of the platform. Well, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
It was very nice talking to you.
Yeah. Okay. You too.
That's all for this time. Remember to give the video a like if you found it useful, and also remember to subscribe to the channel if you don't already. It's free for you, but it's a huge help for me. You can also support my work directly by buying me a cup of coffee. And if you'd like to see more right now, YouTube has of course found another video for you right there. See you soon.